Right, Gridiron is the name of today's puzzle, and I apologise, it's going to be quite small on our screens because A, there's a lot of text, but B, it's quite wide, and that's the difficulty here. It's the birds against the fish in this year's Cryptic Bowl Football Classic. This is from November 2002, by the way. The feathered Fantails, with their name in the left end zone, march across the field 4 times from left to right in a crossroads. The scaly Sockeyes do the same from right to left. Each of these 8 drives consist of 3 or 4 words, clued in order, but the 8 drives themselves are clued in a random order, so we don't know which row is which. To locate the across answers in the grid, use the 8-letter downs, which are normal, as guides. 5 of the 8 drives score by having a final letter cross into an end zone. By circling these 5 letters in the finish grid and reading them in order, left end zone first, then right, solvers will confirm the winning team. Answers include 1 proper noun. Words clued last in drives D and G and also the first down answer are less than common. I bet they are. Hi, Calame, hope you're doing all right. Calame, hope you're doing all right tonight. So, 4 of them are going to go this way for the across clues. 4 of them are going to go that way, and they're clued in. So, for this line, you'll see, but there's sort of 3 or 4 clues, and then they'll go sequentially. And it says 5 of the 8 drives score by having a final letter cross into an end zone. So that may or may not be a clash. I do not know. Let's just reduce the size of that so we can see these numbers. And thank you for the follow, Aspire Tenacity. Good evening to you. Have a biscuit. Actually, everybody have a biscuit. Let us decrease the number of biscuits in the world, because they keep producing more. So we need a net reduction. So everybody do your bit for that. Okay, these are... those are extra, aren't they? There we are. These are the downs. We'll take a look at the acrosses, but do we want to... No, let's start with the downs. Fat Fitzgerald fans. Fat Fitzgerald fans. This one is less than common. Okay, Fitzgerald is going to be Ella. Fans is probably going to be the definition, because Ella could be the end of a word and it feels plural. Good evening, Bloody Violet. So it's a word for fat, so maybe lard. Is there lardella? Is that a thing? I've just seen Hans' silly comment, which I appreciate. Is there a lardella? There's a coacher. Good evening, Aspire. I stream games on a Wednesday evening, and on this coming Wednesday, I'm starting Botany Manor. So I do sort of puzzle games, that sort of thing. Tuesdays and Thursdays I do puzzles like this, and then on a Wednesday I do a puzzle game. And I've got Botany Manor coming up. I've also got Strange Horticulture coming up. Apparently I'm having a summer all to do with plants. Thank you for the subscription, Bloody Violet. Much appreciated. There is no lardella. I should tell you all as well. What other games have I played recently? So I did Chess Former yesterday. What did I do recently? But I like games like The Witness. I like sort of puzzly games. I like escape room style games, that sort of thing. Flabella. That feels like a word. Here we go. Flabella. A fan-like structure is a flabellum. So fans are flabella. There we go. Flabella. That is not a common word, but that is the answer to 1 down. 2 down. Gold ring lying in westward stream for so long. 2 words. Gold ring lying in westward stream for so long. Now, is that westward meant to imply that it's going backwards? Because it's a down clue, so it really should be a northward stream. For those of you who are a bit confused by that, sometimes if in an across clue, if something says westward, that sort of it's going to the west, so you would write it backwards in the grid. But that only works for acrosses. So for the ups and downs, it would be northward and southward instead. Sorry, no links. Aspire. Gold ring. Lying in westward stream for so long. No, I'm not spotting that. It's not an uncommon one, apparently. That was one down. Of course, I've got Flabella. 3 down. Programs about completely wet spots. Programs about completely wet spots. Now, I would want programs to be apps these days, but this was, if I just check the date, yes, November 2002. The word apps wasn't really a thing then. Applications was, but it wasn't shortened to apps then. Good evening, Manic. What was the name of the game, Aspire? Anyway, let me know the name of the game. Completely wet. Sodden? So spots. Is it going to be to spot to suddenly see something, or is it going to be spot as in, you know, a blemish? Blemishes? Because that is 9 letters, so it isn't that. Oh, right, yes, no, I'm aware of quiz.com. I tend not to do quizzes these days, even despite my name, but that is how I started on Twitch. I did a quiz once a week. And I generally work in quiz, sort of, as part of my day job, quizzes and puzzles. Programs about completely wet spots. Anyone got 3? No one's got 3. I'm going to move on to 4. Education established in intimate base. So established is probably EST. And we're going to put that in intimate, maybe? Intimate base? I'm more of a Muppet Dan, I would say, Sean. I make a lot of basic mistakes. I'm not spotting 4 down either. It should. Crossy Dan. It's not bad, you know. Flappy. Oh, I was thinking immediately Flappy Bird, you see. Not spotting 4 down either. 5. Ornamental figures in reference penned by drudges. Okay, is this going to be statue or something like this? Ornamental figures. There's going to be your statues or something like that. In reference. That could be dictionary OED for the Oxford English Dictionary. Penned by drudges. So what is a drudge? I'm going to look that up. I own myself, Catnip. You don't own me, although I am more than happy to be shared around. What is a drudge? To do dull, laborious work. So toils, maybe? Drudges is going to be something like toils. Works, labours, plods. Okay, this doing the down thing was a brilliant start, wasn't it? At least we have one. At least we have one thing here, written in here. Hurried back, bearing stories and laments. Okay, hopefully this will be slightly more straightforward, because at least I think I know how this should be parsed. Hurried, like sped, and that's going to go backwards, so depths maybe. And stories, tales. So sped, it could be hide, H-I-E-D. But I like sped because it ends in an S, and laments would want to be the final answer. So stories. What is the name of the story? Tales. Despairs. Hang on. A tale is an heir, isn't it? Despairs. He's got it, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. Despairs. So, is that right? S-P... No, it's not despairs. That doesn't work. Write that down, Neil Boo. Despairs doesn't quite work because of that extra S here. That's irritating. Despairing down. Yeah, normally I solve more clues than this. Not many more, but usually a few. Okay. They illuminate most of shore next to seabirds. They illuminate most of shore next to seabirds. So, shore could be coast, or it could just be shore. Shore could be shore. So it could be that. It could be coast. Or it could be beach. Colin! 18 months. Wow. I didn't know we'd known each other for that long. That's amazing. Good evening, Colin. Hope you're doing well. And I hope that you know the answer to some of these clues. Beach, maybe. Next to seabirds. And they illuminate. Things that illuminate. And, of course... Thank you, Neil. Oh dear. Bloody Violet, you're quite right. Sprite of shame. Sprite of shame. What am I doing? Well, this clue is 7 down. So if this is a count of 7 up, then that is 7 down. And I forgot. I took a prompt from the chat. So I forgot. So we get the Sprite of shame instead. Boo. Nobody likes the Sprite of shame. First letter, please, for 7 down. They illuminate. Lanterns. Oh, lanterns, hang on. Turns. So land is shore. There you go. So it's land. That's your shore, but it's most of it, so we take the last letter off. Turns are your seabirds, and it's lanterns. Didn't need the hint. But thank you, Manic. You are correct. I know. But there we go. That will help us in placing the crosses. Try beets cooked a secondary way. Try beets cooked a secondary way. This is going to be an anagram of try beets because it's cooked, it's going to be moved around, and it's going to mean a secondary way. Is this a less than common one? No. Try beets. Oh yes, okay. I'm happy with 8. I'm happy with 8. And always buy broccoli. Give me a quick refresh. Give me a quick refresh. I thought this was at least hyphenated or possibly 2 words, but it turns out it's not. Go for 8 in the chat. Go for it, Archie, and anyone who's got number 8. Begins with BYS. Now, what words can begin BYS? It's an unusual word, but you'll, as soon as I say it, you'll know what it is. Hello street. Indeed, a by street. That's you know, it's not a main street. It's a secondary street, so it's a secondary route. A town has Herb beheaded for sarcasm. A town has Herb beheaded for sarcasm. I mean, there's a few towns in the world, so sarcasm. What's another word for sarcasm? That feels like that is the definition. So it's sort of mocking, isn't it? What is that herb going to be? Is it going to be hive for chive? Is it going to be age for... Actually, age for sage. It's pretty good. Herb did go too far. He paid the price for it, though. Age is quite good for sage. Not spotting it, but I feel like it might end... It might end age. Let's go to 10. Scarcity caught by camera. Renee's shooting. Okay, it's got to be... Yeah, it is. It's my favourite. Oh no. I mean, how could it be more boring than this, Liari? No idea. Have a good evening, good afternoon, good luck to spreadsheeting. 10 go for... These are... Good evening. This is Ace. They are indeed all 8 letters, because these are the down clues. They're all 8 letters. That's why they're not given numbers. Other clues are given enumerations. Go for 10. It's my favourite. It is rareness. Absolutely. It is hidden in camera Renee's shooting. It is literally hidden in there. So I can do a bing. It gives us hidden spotted 1. And there we go. Bad report finished off the Cuban cigar. Bad report finished off the Cuban cigar. Okay, bad report might be anagram of report. Finished off, maybe 8, and then it's a Cuban cigar. No, if you finished off, wow, it could be 8, but that's 9 letters with an anagram of report. Yeah. Good to know that the other member is alive and well. So it's like a... Just trying to think of other names for a cigar. Because there are names for types of cigar and I just can't think of them. All I can think of is cigarillo, and that's not the same thing. Panatella. Ha! Because a bad report... Oh, it's not. Oh, no, unless it's T-E-L-A. Maybe it's that. Maybe it's that. Because a bad report is a pan. Finished off is 8. The Cuban is la. And you get a panatella, so it is 1L. I thought it was 2. It's 1L. And it's a type of cigar. So a type of cigar is a panatella. Bad report, pan. If you finish something off, you ate it. La for the in Cuban. And you get panatella. There we go. I've done a thing. Normal service will now be resumed. 12 down. Chuck keeps tree for cutting. Chuck keeps tree for cutting. Now, we had a puzzle on Tuesday with lots of trees in. So I know some short trees. Elm, pine. Chuck is... toss, throw. Thank you for the follow. This is Ace. Yes, the critics panned Quizzy Dan's Twitch stream, that sort of thing. It was given a bad review. Throw. There's a spit. Oh, how do you... Is it written by yourself, Liari? Let me know which day of the week it is, and I will attempt to solve it if there's a special indie coming up. Always happy to get... Oh, it's amazing! D&D 500 is also coming next week. What's your review? Quizzy Dan. It's amazing. Why is there no closing quote in that? Tuesday. I will take a look out for Liari, and I normally do the Tuesday one anyway. That's amazing, Liari. That is amazing. Quizzy Dan. It's amazing he's still Chuck. Toss, throw, lob, cutting, severing. Needs to have like pine, elm, yew, ash. Ash isn't a bad thing to put in a 5-letter. Cutting. No, not spotting it. Not spotting it. 13 down. Orthodontists work fee. Okay, so an orthodontist. I was refused braces. Probably quite rightly so. But I was refused braces by the dentist and orthodontist when I was a teen. And that's why my teeth are horrible. Quite rightly so, though. I did not look after my teeth particularly well as a teen, or indeed as an adult. So they said, no, your teeth are just right if we put a brace on. Still wish they'd done it, though. Orthodontist. Get back to work, Liari. Stop being entertained. Straightening, bracing. What other work does an orthodontist do? Filing, extracting. They don't really do that. That's more the dentist. The orthodontist is putting them in the right place. Fee. Feels like a double definition. Orthodontist work and fee. Dentistry? Don't know. And finally, I'm entertaining myself, this is H. Modern playwrights engaging right publishers. Modern playwright. First letter, please, Stephen of 13. I will keep going on 13, whilst also reading out 14. Modern playwrights engaging right publishers. So it's probably something with R in, and you get publishers. R for this one. Writing? Like R-I-G-H... T-I-N-G doesn't feel right because that doesn't feel like a fee. Second letter, please, for 13. A fee. A fee, an account, a bill. So it's R-E. Okay, so it's definitely not writing then. Remuneration. Realigning. A fee is a reward. In a way, isn't it? You know, next letter, please. A fee? Could it be? Oh, hang on. Oh, It's not orthodontist's work and fee. It's orthodontists and work fee, I think. I think it's... Yes, go for it in the chat now. Go, go, go. It's got to be... If I put an AI there, hopefully that'll help. I'm assuming if you've got someone on account, you've got them on retainer. That is your sort of work fee. And I guess an orthodontist would be a retainer. Or maybe an orthodontist work... No, an orthodontist work would be a retainer. So it is orthodontist work. So, retainer is a teeth thing, absolutely. I went through a whole Invisaligner, it was called, when I was in my mid-20s to straighten my teeth a little bit. And it has sort of worked, because they were a lot worse than what they are now. And I went to McDonald's once and I left it on the tray and I put everything in the bin from... I didn't see that I'd left it, and I left McDonald's, and so my retainer was somewhere in a bin in McDonald's, and this retainer had cost about £2,000. So I went back into McDonald's and I searched in the bin. I found it, because luckily it was near the top. But still... Muppetry. It was quite new at the time, I think, so I just forgotten that I had to keep wearing it. I'd taken it out to eat. Muppetry. Modern playwrights engaging rights publishers. Someone had 14. Meredith has got it first letter, please. Modern playwright. Scriptwriter. Is it just going to be sort of Stoppard, maybe? Or someone like that, Tom Stoppard or something like that? Yeah, basically. It was, in this instance, it was a spring-loaded thing, which just straight into my teeth. P? Well, at least it's not Shakespeare. Second letter, please. Engaging right. So right can be represented by R, so we're going to put R into this modern playwright. There's the R. Publishers. Printer. Pinter. Harold Pinter is the modern playwright. So you could put an R in printers, because it's Pinters for playwrights. Put an R in Pinter for printers. And those are your publishers. There we go. We've got a good set of clues to be keeping us on our toes. That's probably going to be going that way. Start with PR. Maybe. We shall now find out. You've got 6, but I'm running away from it. So, just to remind you, we're given these. The clues within the lines are within the order, normal order, but we don't know which line that this is going to go on, basically. Improve giant broadcast. Improve giant broadcast. This is going to be a sound out clue, so I need a word for, say, giant, mammoth, titanic, and it's going to sound like a word to improve. Giant, mammoth, titanic, gigantic, huge. Oh, Neil. Yes, that's not pleasant. I hope that you're not currently in too much pain, because I know that you've put, I think, in the Discord a few comments about it. Now I understand more horrible stuff. I've had a root canal done in the past as well. Anyway, I hope you're having a lovely day, everybody. I'm just talking about teeth. Sorry about that. Improve. Get better. Abate. Giant broadcast. Giant. Broadcast could be an anagram indicator, but for a 7-letter thing, I don't know. So it's either going to start with one of the letters in Flabella or these. Better, but big. Not sure on that one. Kick catches a referee out of uniform somehow. Kick catches a referee out of uniform somehow. That's so a post by Arch has been held, but he's just told me by coincidence the right side of the grid currently says erotic, so I've highlighted that. Excellent. Yes, thanks Automod. Okay, work hard except when gaining 50. Okay, I've got this one. Work hard except when gaining 50. Now, that should tell us where it goes. Okay, it goes here. It goes in this line. Yes, it does. Go for A3. I don't know how to... A3? Yes, indeed. Indeed. These are, in fact, are they all? Yeah, they're all American football themed. And I'm calling it American football just because that's how I know it. I apologise. I know if you're in America, you just call it football. Go for this if you've got it. Slave is the answer. So if you accept is save, and it's going to gain 50. So we're going to put 50 in the middle, 50 being L in Roman numerals. And if you work hard, you slave away. And I think the only place that you can put it in is here. It could finish at the end here, but then we'd need a V here, and there isn't a V here. So I think it must go here. So based on that, this starts TI. TI something something T something N. Oh, Titan. TIGHTEN. A giant is a Titan. TITAN. TIGHT. So that's Titan. And for my benefit, I'm just going to put an A there. You can't see that, but I can. So this, yeah, put it where you can see it. Why not? It's just visible. So we've got blank blank RE. 4 more blanks. Kick catches a referee out of uniform somehow. That's really cool. This is Ace. That is cool. And I also think it's the best way to learn how to do crosswords. It is not a thing you can learn how to do on your own. Some people probably can, but the vast majority of us, we need communal solving to improve our things. You check that spelling. TIGHTEN. Thank you. Tighten the spelling, yeah. Whoopsie. Okay. Rams, erratic throws. I'm going to go for that one immediately. Arms. Anagram of rams is arms. Now, could start here, could start here. But we do know that it's going to be one of these two. Because it doesn't start with printers. So we know it's either here or here. Large, like this cowboy equipment. Okay. I'm just going to do 2 in a row because I'm so excited. Lasso. Lasso because it's L for large, and like this, as so. Like is as, this is so, and a piece of cowboy equipment is a lasso. Still don't know because it only takes us up to here. I mean, maybe it's got better, Lily. I know that my boss did an article on ChatGPT and AI trying to solve cryptic crosswords, or even to set them as well. It would have been about 6 months ago now, and they were absolutely useless. Maybe they've got better at it since. Saint. Well, covering yard hardly seems to budge. Saint. Well, covering yard hardly seems to budge. So we know we got ARMSLASSO. So it's probably not this one, because the next 6 letters are 5 letters are going to be those, which isn't that. So it's going to be that. So I'm even going to put that in. So here we are. Saint, while covering yard, hardly seems to budge. Sticks. Saint is usually ST. Yard is usually Y. Okay. Yes. Okay. I've got it now. It's another. There's another as in there. I hate the word as. Go for 5. Go for this. Go for B3. Hardly seems to budge. So Saint is ST. As is while. So while this was happening, as this was happening. But that as is going to cover Y for yard. So put Y in the middle of that and you get stays. So that is that. And LA's importing German beers. LA's importing German beers. Just going to go straight for that. Lagers, those are your beers. Ger for German. And LA is literally LA's in that. No, stays goes forward. This set is going forward in the grid. So it's lagers. C. Right guards initially seem to do well. Right guards initially seem to do well. If it's your right, you're allowed to do it. It's my right, it's my privilege, it's my honour. And it guards maybe initially seem as S. I'm going to put S in this right, and it's going to be to do well, to excel. Really, Lily? Well, it's okay if you're stuck, Sensei. That would be the only way in which I would do it. I can't stand ChatGPT. Who knows? It might have actually ingested this crossword from years ago. You just absolutely know. You just absolutely don't know. Anyone got C? No one's got. Fanny's got it. I'm not going to ask for this clue, just to keep which line it is. More of a mystery for a bit longer. Ran after a member of Miami and didn't exactly rush. A member of Miami. Okay, can I have the name of the Miami team? Whatever this NFL team. Is it the Miami Dolphins? Seems like too long a word that I would want. The Miami Heat? Miami Dolphins. Ugh. So ran after a dolphin. Didn't exactly rush. So ambled. Could it be ambled? Bimbled. Bumbled. At the moment, ambled is my favourite answer for this, but a member of Miami doesn't make sense to me. It may or may not be referring to a dolphin. It could be single. A member of Miami would be dolphin in this context, because there seems to be the football context. But first letter, please. Hands. Ran after A. Could be ran, managed. A is first, so now that makes me wonder if it is ambled, but... Second letter, please. Strolled. So is it ambled then? Hang on. Ha, okay. Bled. If something, if the ink ran on something, the ink would have bled. And so the bled is after A, and then is member of Miami just M here? Sort of, it is the first letter of Miami. That's what it's getting at. So A and then M, bled for ran, and then if you didn't exactly rush, you ambled. Okay, I now should be able to put it into the grid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So start. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So start here. A, M, B. No, it's not going that way. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So start here. A, M. Here we are. It's this line. A, M, B, L, E, D. There's your ambled. So this is line C. So I now know that this is right. Is it proper or something like that? Guards initially seem to do well. It is proper. There we go. So proper, you know, right and proper and correct. But if we put an S in there, we get prosper, and that is to do well. So that is your answer to that. Ambled. And then 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is going to make its way into the end zone. So it probably is going to clash, but we shall see. Official tumbling past in fight. Official. So ref. tumbling past in fight. Fisticuff. Set to contretemps. Not spotting it, but at least I know which line it's going in. D, next line. Coveted. Feels like the definition. Lineman comes around to compete. Is it a hidden? Don't think it's a hidden. To compete, to vie. Coveted. So coveted, it's precious, it's dear. 6 letters. Lineman, ref. Ump. First letter, please, for this one. Lineman comes around to compete, because if compete is vie, I need a 3-letter thing for lineman. I don't really know what that is. E? Oh, end? Are they also called an end? Because, like a tight end, that sort of thing. Would they be a lineman? Yeah, they'd be an end, wouldn't they? Vi in end gives you envied. Thank you very much. So that E is going to start here, and it's going to go this way. E-N-V-I-E-D. We know this now starts with an E. We know it's E blank blank E-R. Running back, about to fall down. Running back, about to fall down. I do appreciate the surface of these clues. These are good surfaces. So this is this one. I'm going to just highlight this because I know that there's going to be a letter in that top left square. Running back, about to fall down. E blank blank E. All I can think of is Elva. No, going to come back to that one. Centre of Raiders, split, pile up. Centre of Raiders, split, pile up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Centre of Raiders is the letter D. That's the middle letter of Raiders. So split, cleft, halved, rent, pile up. So if something piles up, it's a crash as well, but it's sort of a clog, a drain. No, not a drain. Centre of Raiders, split, pile up. Good work, Arch. Well, I'm going to do the next one because I can do it. Coin flipped in Tangelo Bowl. That'll be a local bowl, a local rivalry, I would imagine, the Tangelo Bowl. Coin flipped in Tangelo Bowl. Go for this one if you've got this one. Hans has got it. What is it? What is it? It's my favourite. That's what it is. It's hidden. It's hidden in Tangelo Bowl, but it's backwards because it is flipped. It is an obol. So that is here, and we are not going to go into the end zone with that. It is an obol. Feels like a Greek thing to me, but don't know. E. Star at first down, put in a ringer. Star at first down, put in a ringer. Called, C-A-L-L-E-D. Star at first could be S. And down could be D. Put in a ringer. I want it to be called. First letter, please, Meredith, for what you've got. It's going to be S. Probably. Put in a ringer. Oh, a bell is a ringer. B. Second letter, please. B. E for bell. Because if you're at first, you led. So I sort of belled, B-E-L-L-E-D. Third letter, please. I'm not spotting this at all. We do at least know which row it's going to be going in. Okay. Is it just belled, B-E-L-L-E-D? Or belied? No. Put in a ring. I do not know the knowledge. Okay, so who is the star then? It's going to be someone in particular then. B-E-L-L-E-D. Okay, so it's Bell, B-E-L-L-E. And then the first letter of down is D. And then if you put in a ringer, belled, B-E-L-L-E-D. Okay, didn't know that. Blowout in Florida uniform. Blowout in Florida uniform. It's going to be these 8 letters. So, blank, 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 T. New word, T, blank, blank, E. Last time. Uniform. Flat tyre. That's what it is. Ha! It is flat tyre because FL is Florida and a tyre is uniform. That's lovely. Flat tyre. Good surface as well. Flat tyre. Place for a reserve of Georgia wasn't too great. And this is going to go here. I'm going to have an extra letter. Place for a reserve of Georgia wasn't too great. Well, this is... So GA is Georgia, and if you weren't too great, you stank. So it's gas tank. Now, why is... Oh, yeah. It's where you keep reserves of gas, is a gas tank, isn't it? Sort of in a... Not in terms of... Well, I guess it's a reserve in a car, but I was thinking more in terms of giant gas tanks for natural resources and things like that. Fossil fuel resources, that sort of thing. At last. That was F. Do I not have E anywhere? That was E, so let's not... I'm on F now. At last, football stadium worker gets richer. At last, football stadium worker gets richer. Stadium worker. Grass cutter. Seat polisher. Cook. No, I haven't done that. Would have been a good idea. So that is that way. That one's that way. That one's that way. That one is that way. That one is that way. So we have 2 going the normal way and 3 going backwards. At last, football, L. Stadium worker, and then gets richer. So, I feel like it's going to go here. By year's end, Elway's missing with passes on the run. So I'm assuming Elway's a person here. Can I have their first name, please, if they are a person? By year's end. So year's end is probably R. Elway's missing with passes. John. With passes on the run. On the run is almost certainly the definition. And it would probably be going here. If this is the L, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then it would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's relays. Now, why is the W not there? Elway's missing. But it's relays, because those are passes on the run. And it fits. I don't quite understand why the W. By year's end, R. Elway's missing with, and W is with. There. Very good. So that goes here. Forgot that with could be W. Cowboy ace or bum carrying pigskin. Cowboy ace or bum carrying pigskin. So that's going to go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And it is going to go into this square here. Habanero. Ace or bum carrying pigskin. It's going to go here. So blank A, blank A, blank blank ERO. So I think cowboy is the definition. Ace or bum. First letter, please, hands. Okay, Cabanero or something like Caballero, is it? Caballero, something like that. Cabacero, so bum could be ass. I may not know the word. Cavallero. Cavacero. Oh, Caballero, but I do not know how it's Caballero. How are we spelling that? C-A... Good evening, Invisible. Good evening, Fox. I don't know what I'm writing here. Caballero, is that? So ball is the pigskin. Okay. So that's C-A-E-R-O that needs to go round it. Okay, ace. Okay. Ace or is being anagrammed with the word bum. So bum is an anagram indicator. You know, it wasn't a very good. It was a bum deal. So move things around. So anagram of ace or, and it is round ball for caballero. So that goes there. Sorry about that, me being a bit dense there. Couldn't work out what I was doing. G. Line shuffled in to take a breather and get back in the action. So it's either going to be here or here. Line shuffled in to take a breather and get back in the action. I think to take a breather is going to be rest, and we're going to do an anagram of line in rest. That feels like what we're going to be doing. Get back in the... Yes, happy with that. It is exactly that. So go for G when you've got it. It is an anagram of line in rest. And it's a military word. Re-enlist, and that's going to go in here. So this is G, and it's going this way. And then it is just enlist. Okay, good. Pound Kenneth forward and Leonard backward. Sounds like my kind of evening. Pound Leonard forward and Kenneth forward and Leonard backward. Okay, so Ken forward and Len back. So it's N-E-L, and that is a pound. That is a kennel. So Kenneth forward, so Ken is going forward. Leonard, Len is backwards, that's N-E-L, kennel. Spotted buffalo players, diving duck. Spotted buffalo players, diving duck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is going to go into the end zone. So it ends in double L. What are the buffalo players called, please? It could actually, the answer could be a spotted buffalo. But, the bills? So, okay. Yeah. So it's like a sawbill. There you go. If you spotted someone, you saw them. Saw and a buffalo player would be a bill, and a sawbill must be a diving duck. So thank you very much for that. And finally, we will be able to work out which way this is going. It's going that way, because that way we then have 4 going this way, and this is H. Arena-eyed renovated for an unamazing figure. So it's going to be an anagram of arena-eyed, and we know it'll start with A. Arena-eyed renovated for an unamazing figure. You can make Dan out of that. That's an unamazing figure. Arena-eyed has got to be an anagram of that. Arena-eyed. Oh, okay. I think I must know what the answer is. Go for it in the chat. I think I must know. And I also have that question mark too, Stephen. Is it? Oh, hang on. Is it something to do with a maze? Okay, I also had Ariadne. Does she, because I think it's she, not sure, do something with a minotaur and a maze? Or is she involved in something to do with a maze and getting out of one? Maybe. Was she the one who told Theseus how to get out of the thingy? She's the one who gives Theseus the twine. There we go. That's why. There we are. Camera shots of hike from the rear. Camera shots. Pans. Yeah, and then snap backwards. So a camera shot in terms of a video camera, a pan is like that. No, a pan is actually like that. That's something else. But it's, so pans are your camera shots, and hike from rear is a snap backwards. What have we got next? We have a neurotic wacko seizes article about Jet's operations. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is going to go here. So it's going to be a neurotic anagrammed, which is 9 letters, and it's going to seize an article, which is probably the letter A. Jet's operations, so it's like supersonic or something like that, isn't it? I can see that you're all getting it in the chat. So I'm just going to do the anagram myself, or pretend that I've done it. Neurotic, and then maybe another. Oh, yeah. I've got it now. I do indeed have it. I'm going to put an A here to complete this line. I hadn't spotted that. Go for H3. It is an anagram of a neurotic with an extra A. And it is aeronautic. NASA. Yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. Aeronautic. Aeronautic jets operations. Well, at least we do know who the winners of the game are now. So, by circling the 5 letters in the finished grid and reading them in order, left end zone, then right, solvers will confirm the winning team when it says flock. So that means the Fantails have won. Well done, Fantails. Big fan of yours. Not Fockle. Oh dear. Okay, so let's have a look at the downs now. This is going to be au revoir. Gold is AU. Gold ring lying in westward stream for so long. Gold is AU. Ring is O in river backwards. Now I have a problem with this. It isn't westward because it's a down clue. It should be northwards, but I'll take it. And indeed, they scored 1 more touchdown. That is very true. So that is a nice extra little thing. Programs about completely wet spots. Shallows, swallows. Wet spots, shallows. Programs, shows about completely all. Shows about all. There you go. And the wet spots are the shallows. Shallows is a good song by Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Pedestal? Yes, it's a base. So established is your EST and it's in pedal. Now, why in intimate is why is intimate pedal? No, education. Hang on, pedestal. So it's education, which is pedal. Why is education pedal? Intimate is pal. Right. Your intimate is your pal, and it's ed est in the middle of it. So ed is education, est is established. Thank you very much. Ornamental figures in reference penned by drudges. I could see ref there. Penned by drudges. Trefoils. Wow, so it is toils. So ref is reference, and it's in toils, as I said earlier. So trefoils. Hurried back, bearing stories and laments. So sped is there. Your story is lore, and that gives you deplores, which is laments. And well done, Meredith, for getting that earlier. Is that all the downs? No, 9 down. Well, we've solved slashing without actually solving it. 9. A town has herb beheaded for sarcasm. So that's acerbity. Now, why is it acerbity? A town has herb beheaded for sarcasm. Why is it that? Oh, so it's literally herb beheaded, and it's an herb in a city. Okay, yeah, very good. 12, so this is slashing. Chuck keeps tree for cutting. So ash is your tree, and sling, if you throw something, you sling it. Ash in sling for slashing. So that's all the downs, and now we should be able to do everything else. So A, so it's this line, and we're going this way. So we've got Titan. It's this. So B something RE. Something OO something. Kick catches a referee out of uniform somehow. Boredom? Is referee going to be ref? Barefoot. Hang on. Barefoot. So it's a ref in boot. A ref in boot? And you get barefoot? Now, why is it a ref in boot? Kick. Oh, if you kick something, you boot. You boot it. Do it, yeah. So kick something, you boot it. Put a ref in that, and you get out of uniform somehow barefoot. So that's that. Next one. So this is line C. So we've got prosper, ambled, and then official, tumbling past in fight. Tapstaff, tipstaff, topstaff. Official, tumbling past in fight. So it's a tiff that's a fight. Tumbling past, anagram of past, in tiff. So it must be tipstaff. Is that a thing in American football that I'm unaware of? A tipstaff? I'm going to look it up. Tipstaff. A staff tipped with metal, or the officer who carries it. So it's just an official, not necessarily in American football. Okay. D. So we've got envied. Now we've got EI blank ER. Eiger for river. Ida. Down is Ida, isn't it? Okay. Now, why is it Ida? It's definitely Ida because of it's talking about down as in the duck stuff. Running back about. Okay. So it's all backwards. It's RE, which is about, and then to fall is to die. Yeah, they fell in battle. So running back, i.e. everything's now going backwards. About, RE, to fall, die, and then that is Ida backwards. Oh, close, Meredith, not quite. And then centre of raiders, D, split pile up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's drift. There you go. You split is rift. I was just trying to find the right word for split, and a pile up is a drift, like a pile up of snow, snow drift. F, which is this line, and which way are we going in this one? We're starting at the front. At last, football stadium. Worker gets richer. Usher, lusher. I was thinking in terms of money, but of course lush in terms of lush greenery. So that's your richer, and that I think is everything. That is it. So, who won the game? The Fantails won. They scored 3 touchdowns to the Sockeyes 2, and Flock is the final answer there, and that is Gridiron by Hex. I shall now put drift in the grid. Fine. There we go. Fun puzzle. I enjoyed that a lot. That was good. And very well themed. When I write a cryptic crossword, I never know how to do themed clues, as in to have all of these clues reference American football in some ways. Just very, very clever. I just can't do it. So very well done to Hex.